Welcome everybody to today's Daily Dose of Awesome, your 15 minutes of inspiration, motivation, and education to start your day off right. If we have not met before, I am Becky Graff, and I'm super excited to have you guys all here with me today. So as you're hopping on, go ahead and drop where it is you're coming in from so that I can give you a shout out. And I'm really excited about the topic today, and so I really want this to be interactive. So I'm asking, as you're hopping on, please put your comments in the comments so that we can interact, so that we can have this be a learning experience for everybody here today. Julie, thanks for hopping on. Great to have you here, my dear. Okay, so you guys, today we're going to be talking about the secret tool that you're probably not using to tap into the heart of your prospect. How using is going to allow you to have a deeper impact and connection with your audience and deeper impact for your business and your brand. And also I'm going to share with you 4 questions to ask yourself to stay on track. Hey, let's see who else we got going on. Lynn's on, awesome. Thanks for hopping on. Fran's on, awesome, you guys. Welcome. Yvette, thanks for coming on all the way from Belgium. Awesome. Hey, Sharon, thanks for hopping on. Okay, so you guys, hey, Courtney, thanks for coming on. So who is curious about what the secret tool might be? If you're curious about what it might be, drop it in the comments. Do you want to know what it is? If you do, let me know, okay? Because this is something really exciting that we can use. It's super impactful, and I want to have this conversation with you guys today. Dawn's hopping on, Jennifer from North Dakota, Cindy from Padre Island, awesome. Gina, thanks for hopping on. Megan, hey Megan, you're new here, awesome. I'm glad that you're curious. We're going to go into this and have a conversation about it. Julie says she's always curious, awesome. All right, you guys. So I'm curious, what do you think that this secret tool might be? Okay. Hey, Lara's curious. Cherie's here. Thank you. Zena says that she wants to know. Cool. Awesome, you guys. So let's talk about this for a second. Lynn's doing the thinky face. Awesome. So it's something that we all have, you guys, and yet we don't use it to our full advantage. In fact, most of the time we turn around and run the other direction when we're faced with it. But by harnessing it, we can actually be more effective and connect more with our audiences and our prospects. All right, Adele says, do tell. Awesome, we got lots of people on that are curious. So I'm curious, you guys, we talk about being vulnerable and authentic a lot. How come that is something that we talk about? I'm curious, what do you guys think? How come we talk about those 2 specific things? And how come they are so powerful? I'm curious. Heidi says, hello. Heidi, thanks for being on. Awesome, you guys, lots of people hopping on. Hey, we've got Mary Jo from New York. Lane, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys being here. Okay. So, you guys, what is the secret tool and how can we use it? Megan says, people join people, not products. Absolutely true. Courtney says, because people can relate to it. Absolutely. Cindy also says people can relate. Julie says it's relatable to people. Absolutely. Hey, Lane, coming in from Salt Lake City. Actually, not too far from you here. Sharon says, makes us relatable. Lots of relatability. Okay, because Cherie says, because people need us to be authentic. Absolutely. Jennifer says people can relate. Yes, you guys, absolutely true. Shanae says, so they can connect with you. Lynn says, makes you real and will connect with your perfect prospect. Awesome. Gina, is it Gina? To build relationships. Okay, awesome, you guys. Yes, all of these things are absolutely true. And the purpose that they connect and we're relatable and all of these things to build relationships is because it invokes emotion in them and in us, you guys. So the secret tool we're going to be talking to you guys, that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, is emotion. Julie says, get them to know, like, and trust you by being honest in something they cannot, and not something they cannot relate to. All right. Yes, Lane says people want to be part of a tribe of similar people. Absolutely, you guys. But the tool we're going to be talking about today is emotion, okay? Because that's really the emotion that allows us to connect with other people. It's how we feel on the inside that allows us to connect with people. Okay, so I want you to think about the people that you gravitate to online. Who do you follow? How do you react to them? What is it that you love about them? How come you're following them? How come you're tuning in? What is it about them? Chances are it's more than just the fact that they're giving you valuable content, right? There's other things at play. What is it that you're feeling when you're watching them? What is it that you're feeling when you're reading their content? What is it that keeps you engaged? Okay, are they funny? Are they interesting? Do you connect to their story? Do they inspire you? Do you aspire to be like them? Okay, all of these things are very important because using emotion in our marketing allows us to connect with our people, right? It allows us to have that deeper emotional connection, and it helps them feel connected to us. Okay? So, how many times, I'm really curious if this is you, how many times have you ever felt like you had to show up a very specific way online? Okay, if that's you, give me the hand raise emoji in the chat box. If you've ever felt that you have to show up a very specific way, that you've got to be the expert when you're on your Facebook Live, you can't stumble over your words, you've got to have your hair and your makeup done if you're a woman, or that you've got to have like the perfect background, the perfect sound, you've got to have all of these things perfectly in place. If this has ever been you, ever felt this way, let me know. Okay, have you ever felt like you're a newscaster and you've got to be like all prim and proper, you've got to have like the perfect background and everything in line? Let me know if that's you. Okay, all right, Cherie says, yes, Sharon, hands up, that's you, okay? So you guys, this is very important, and I want to address this because we do want to show up as professional, right? We do want to show up with a level of professionalism and, you know, provide the value that we're here to provide. However, do not be afraid to connect with your audience, okay? People, let me ask you, do you connect with newscasters? Do you follow their every word? Do you want to be like on their mailing list? Do you want to be in the know with everything that they're doing because they're very, you know, present and they're very strict and they're very serious about stuff? Okay? Is that something that attracts you? Is that something that you connect with other than the stories that they're sharing? Is that something that you connect with? Okay, I've got used to be lots of people saying yes, that they've been there, that they felt that way, you guys. Awesome. Okay, so we talk about being vulnerable and being authentic because it invokes emotion and it connects with people, you guys. Okay? Using the emotion and the emotion in the events, our wins, our struggles, is what really creates our tribe and brings them to us. All right. Okay, lots of people coming through saying this. Okay, so some of the most effective ways that you can connect and convey emotion when you're connecting with your people are through what? What can we use it in? William says, I experience it whenever I try to present in a room. Cherie says, I'm real and prefer to be that way. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that, Cherie. I'm glad that you don't have that worry or that angst about having to be, you know, perfect in your presentation, because it's a lot easier and more effective to convey emotion when we are being authentically us, okay? So some of the most effective ways, Mary Jo says stories, absolutely, okay? Julie Kelly says lives, absolutely. What else? How else can we convey emotion to our audience? I'm curious, continue to drop it in the chat, okay? Cindy says, so much easier to be yourself, absolutely true, okay? All right, Richard says, no, don't like the news, all negative. I agree with you on that. Okay, Julie says, tell your story, especially in a live. Stories, lots of lives. Absolutely, you guys. Blog and ad copy. Sharon, thank you for putting that in there. So we can do it in our recorded videos. We can do it in Facebook Lives. We can do it in blogs. We can do it in emails. We can do it in conversations one-on-one with people. We can do it in Zoom chats with people. We can do it in ads, okay? Cherie says, in how we speak, absolutely. And I'm glad that you put that because that's a perfect segue into what I'm going to go into next, Cherie. Nella says storytelling. Messenger, yes, Richard and Joanna, yes. Pretty much everything that we do, okay? Posts, power posts, okay? We can use emotion to connect with our audience, but we've got to be a bit intentional about what we're doing, because let me ask you this. When was the last time that somebody asked you how you're doing and you responded with I'm good, things are great, oh, they're going okay. Okay, is that you? Have you recently responded to somebody when they asked you that question in that manner? If so, let me know, drop me a 2 in the comments, okay? Because it's something that I know I'm guilty of a lot. Somebody asks me the question, I give them just a general answer, and off we go our separate ways. Okay, Stacy says, just be authentic in how you speak, not copying others' posts. And that is a very great point, Stacy. Finding our own unique voice is going to be different, right? Shri, yes, you do have to be intentional. Awesome. Okay, so all the time, lots of 2s rolling in. So we have this communication thing that we do, right? Hey, Stacy, thanks for hopping on, dear. Okay, we have this thing when somebody asks us how we're doing that we stay very, very general. Okay, lots of 2s popping through here, okay? And this is an issue that we run into, and it actually, hey now, that's right, Stacy, and it actually bleeds into our marketing. And this is what I really want you guys to get out of this live today, this Daily Dose of Awesome, is that we tend to stay very surface level. Lane says, sometimes people ask the question, but they don't even stop to actually hear the answer. And that is very true, Lane. And it's become kind of like a social norm, right? You ask how somebody's doing, they respond, and then you're like, okay, cool, let's go on, right? We got that pleasantry out of the way. But what is the danger in that? How does that bleed over into our marketing and potentially keep us stuck in our business, okay? That's what I really want to get into today, because we get very surface level. We stay very general. We use words like sad, mad, happy, glad, right? Just very general words to express what's going on in our lives. But here's the thing. If you had responded, things are great, what does that mean? What does great mean? What's actually going on in your head, in your life, in that moment? Is it a bald-faced lie that things aren't really great, but you just want to show up that way? Or is there something else going on, okay? The same thing with being sad, okay? Is it that you're really being sad, or are you feeling heartbroken, betrayed? Are you feeling like a fraud? What is it that you're actually feeling? What is actually going on in between your ears, in your brain, in your body with those emotions? William says, how can people go to advice but don't want to listen to follow your advice? That's a great question. Sometimes they just need somebody to talk to, right? All right, Courtney says, most of the time I don't want to unload on people. That's fair, Courtney, right? We don't want to unload on people, but I want you to start thinking about the generalities that we're talking about, okay? When somebody asks you that question, I'm using that as an example because most of us fit in that category, again, because it's a social norm, right? That's kind of how it works. However, what happens when we're writing copy? What happens when we're doing Facebook Lives? What happens when we're doing posts? Do we still stay very surface level in general? And is that allowing us to connect more effectively with our audience, okay? Because when we are more descriptive and we dig a little bit deeper and we go for a deeper emotion other than I'm just sad, we are able to uncover and kind of use imagery for our audience that allows them to truly connect to us on a deeper level, okay? And here's a question that I have for you. Have you ever wondered how come your motivational memes get more likes, comments, and shares than any of the other content that you put out on your page? Have you ever wondered what the basis of that is? Lynn says, let's see, people are closed off when giving generic answers sometimes to protect themselves. Yes, true, Anne-Marie, they definitely can be. And again, thinking about how you are interacting and how you show up and how that is connecting with your audience, how that is allowing you to build your business, or is it keeping you stuck, okay? All right. Got lots of great comments coming through here. Awesome, you guys. So the emotional memes, okay, they get shared and passed around the internet like wildfire because they make the reader feel something. You're connected to it. You feel that inside, and so that resonates with you, so you want to share it, okay? So how can we use those same types of things in our marketing to get people to do that with our other content, with our Facebook Lives, with our posts, right? With all the things that we're sharing, with our ad copy. How can we help them relate more to us, all right? Because people connect to things on an emotional level. They feel something and then they actually want to act. So the exciting news is, you guys, that you can actually start incorporating more emotion in your marketing, and you're going to have the same effect on your audience with your different types of content, all right? Cool. Hey, Rachel, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys all being here. So, and to this point, you guys, I'm actually going to issue you guys a challenge. And I'm going to challenge you to take your emotion, the emotion that you're using in your marketing, and take it a little bit deeper. Now, this does not mean that you have to show up on Facebook Live bawling all the time. It does not mean that it's a whine cry fest. It means that you need to be intentional with your marketing. Hey, Maddie, thanks for hopping on. Okay. And this is to help you explore what you're currently doing and ask yourself these 4 questions to see if there's a tweak that you can do to make it more impactful for your audience, okay? So the number 1 question, you guys, is what is my intention behind what I'm doing? What is the intention? How deep am I really getting in my messaging? Am I staying super surface level, like, hey, how are you doing? You having a great day? Yeah, it was awesome. Or I felt sad when my best friend told me she no longer wanted to take my product, okay? How surface level are you staying? Okay, ask yourself that question. And how deep are you getting? Number 2 question is, how much is my audience really seeing of me? Is it just smoke and mirrors? Is it glossed over? Is it all filtered? Are you just sharing the happy highlights of what's going on in life? Or are you getting real with your people? Are you sharing your wins and your struggles? What are the things that are working? What are the things that you're struggling with? Are you sharing your journey with them? Okay, and to that point, number 3 is, am I sharing my story? Okay, are there parts of my story that I'm leaving out because of my own emotional blocks, but that may be impactful to your audience? Okay, is there something about your story that you are just nervous or embarrassed to share that could really meld these people, these followers that you're gaining through your marketing, even tighter to you? Okay, are you hiding from your own emotions around those pieces? Ask yourself that question. Get very real with yourself. Where are you at with your story? What are you sharing and what are you not sharing that might be beneficial? And number 4, you guys, is how might I add more emotion into everything that I'm doing? If you're already doing power posts, if you're already doing ad copy, how might you add a little bit more emotion to that so that it makes a deeper connection with people? Okay, so here's the truth, you guys. If your content doesn't make your audience feel something, then it's forgettable and boring. Those are 2 things that you never want to be, nor do you want your content to be, especially to stand out online or out from the noise online, right? We've got to make an impact in people's lives, and we do that by adding more authentic emotion into what we're doing in our marketing. Okay, so think about how you're showing up online and ask yourself those questions to test out, and then test out how might you add more emotion into your copy, into your Facebook Lives, into your posts, into how you're showing up, okay? And test it out and see what happens. Because I'm curious how it's going to impact your business and the connection and the authentic relationships that you're building online. And I would love for you guys actually to come back here and check in and let me know how that's going. You can just post it in the comments after this live is over as you've practiced this, right? And thought about these questions. As always, you guys, I hope that this was valuable for you, and I appreciate you all being on. Let me know if you got value in the comments, and if you did and you know somebody that could benefit from the same information, go ahead and share and tag your friends. Okay, and don't forget to join us here every single Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific for your daily dose of awesome. Again, I appreciate you guys all being on with me today, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.